Holding Alice with you here, bringing you My Hero Academia manga review. This is chapter 214, titled Rebellious. Now, this is one of those chapters that you can see Horikoshi's pen game at its finest. It continues with Deku and the teachers and stuff trying to stop Deku, and when Aizawa said stop, let's not stop him, let's them continue. The teacher from class B1 was like, continue. Midoriya just broke out of control. He was like, look, if it happens again, since it's a quirk, I can stop it. Or Shinzo himself can stop it again. It's fine. These kids are ready to go. They want to practice. Let's let them go. And All Might looked at him with this shocked face, like, wow, you letting that slide? And then the class B teacher was like, you really have a soft spot in your heart for these kids. And he was like, yeah, I guess you're right. Then it switched over to Deku and Uraka. And Deku decided to do something very interesting in this chapter. Or at least it was his intentions. He told Uraka, I need your help to capture Shinzo. And she was like, what do you mean? And basically, Deku told her he's going to fight quirkless. He's not going to use his quirk anymore. Because how fatigued he was, and thanks to him going out of control using it earlier, he doesn't want to use it again. So he told her, I'm going to fight quirkless. And she looked at him worried, saying, you're going to fight quirkless? Which makes sense, because, you're fighting a whole bunch of people in a battle royal. They're all using their quirk to the best of their abilities, and you try not to use yours. That is a dangerous situation. Things can really go out of hand. But he decided to continue to fight. And the target they went after together was Monoma. Or Monoma. My fault. I always pronounce his name wrong, but yeah, Monoma. Monoma, after they went after him, he started bragging how I was always a sideline character and stuff like that, but now I could be a main character, so now I have your powers in my hands. And that freaked Deku out. He was worried. He was so worried and not thinking straight. He didn't catch on to the fact of how his hand was glowing wasn't the same as his exactly. But Uraka, she caught on, and she used her martial arts called GMG, and she basically slapped him in the back of the back, and she pinned him down from there, and she has him on a lockdown. Then Shinzo from far away was trying to use his rope to get both of them to get him off him. And Deku started, going back to, his regular thinking mode, and he told her to shoot me up there with your zero gravity. And she shot him up there, and they clashed, and they're having this speech towards each other, how, Shinzo was like, I remember when I fought you the last time in the sports festival, but I'm not the same no more. And we get to see a little bit of his backstory of him training with Aizawa, learning how to use that rope, that fighting style, and how to, use his quirk better. I guess since Deku has having All Might in his life as his main teacher helping him out, Shinzo now has Aizawa. So I wouldn't be surprised if he does rank up to the hero course and he joins A1. That'd be another powerhouse though. So I'm not really sure about that, but I highly doubt it. I think he's gonna join B class, not A, but they continue their fight, and Deku gets in a predicament where Shinzo looks like he's being caught by Deku offhand, but he uses his ropes to grab two boilers, and he throws them on Deku. And Deku starts hearing this real voice in his head saying, if you can control your heart, you can control all power. Remember, if you can control your heart, you can control all power. And it says that in the title when you're reading it, when you're reading Deku's dialogue. And the next thing we know, from him saying that he's not going to use his powers and he's going to fight this battle quirkless, Black Rope, his new quirk, manifested, and he ended up looking like Aizawa, but with he used the black ropes, and he stopped the two boilers, and now he has them in his control. And as you see in the thumbnail, that's the picture, but if you notice, Deku's eyes are kind of shuttered out, and he's looking downwards, like he's not in control. So I'm not sure if he's in control, or this guy that gave him, who was the user of Black Rope, maybe he's in control, who knows. But it was a really good chapter. 214 of My Hero Academia. Really great chapter. If you haven't read it, I advise you to read it. If you read it, go read it again. Really great chapter. And I know a lot of people, I forgot to address this in my last video, last week, but I know a lot of people are really upset and like in arms about Deku having 6 more quirks on the way, saying that he's too broken, he's too OP, he's too this and that, and so forth, so forth. I just want to state that if you ever remember correctly, in the first episode and in the first chapter, it was already stated that he's going to gain All for One and that he's going to be the greatest hero, or the best hero. He's going to, succeed in his dream, This is not One Piece or Naruto, that we didn't know if they was going to get their dreams or not in the end. This is not an underdog story. Deku, we knew he was going to be the greatest. We knew he was going to gain All for One. We know he's going to be the number 1 hero and succeed in his dream. This is a story of how he got there. So, to be mad and upset that he's going to gain 6 more powers, I don't really think that's a big deal. As long as Horikoshi, the writer, puts like some, limits on how he could use these quirks in the amount. In my opinion, I believe the best thing for Horikoshi to do with Deku is that with these other abilities, the way it should work, it should be like Pain from Naruto. Anyone who watches that anime, if you know Pain with his Rinnegan, he has 6 different abilities, but he can only use 1 at a time until he made those Pain puppets. Maybe Deku should have that same exact weakness. Whatever power he's using, he can only use that power and he can't use the other. So for example, in this chapter, if you notice, he was using Black Whip. But since he was using Black Whip, he can't use All for One. Same thing, if he's using All for One, he can't use any of the other 6 powers. If he's using any one of the 6 other powers, he shouldn't be able to combine that with any of them or All for One. You know what I'm saying? He can only use 1 power at one time in a day. If he had that restrictions, then that would be perfect. That would be perfectly fine. Writing wise, you know what I'm saying? It won't really make him too OP because he can't mix match the quirks and dual them at the same time. Like Todoroki, who has 2 quirks, or other heroes who have 2 quirks as well, or villains, he won't be as broken as One for All. He's the One for All. He basically takes all the quirks and he can use them as much as he wants. Use them because he made All for One. So, but that's just my theory and opinion on that. Because again, a lot of people has been ranting about how it's annoying that Deku's gonna gain 6 more powers. He's gonna be too OP. No one's really gonna be able to stop him once he masters all these powers. And it's like, that's not technically true. It just depends on how Horikoshi writes it out. I don't believe he's gonna give Deku these power-ups or these new powers to use, but without no restrictions to tie him down. And I also don't believe he's gonna let Deku outshine everybody else. Mineta, Oroka, Kachan, Bakudo, I should say, Todoroki, Dark Shadow. I don't think he's gonna allow Deku to become so powerful that he outshines all the other characters from his class or heroes, period. He doesn't seem like that type of person. Even in the manga today, chapter 214, he basically gave everyone screen time. Mineta got screen time. Acid Chick had screen time. Or Chako herself had screen time again. He's very well versed at giving everybody screen times and good backstories and progression. So, I don't think Deku getting 6 more powers is going to damage the story or damage his character. Is it going to make him a hell of a lot stronger? Of course. He's going to be the number 1 hero. But I don't think he's going to be in a level where he's going to mess up the story or mess up his rivalry/relationship with his classmates. Not at all. But that's my opinion, guys. That's all I have for you. Please like, comment, share, subscribe. Hit that notification bell for more so you can get notified whenever I upload. Follow me on Twitter. Link me down below. And tell me your thoughts on this chapter, what you thought, how you felt about this chapter, and what you think is going to happen, and what you hope it might happen. But that's all I have for you guys, and I'll catch you on the next one. Peace out and have a good one.